as a young Ghanaian,
Yeah.
you have your money, you have saved, there's some kind of emergency funds, everything settled for you.
Yeah.
What do you think that average Ghanaian can do? Is it buying a land or paying a bride price?
I mean, buying a land where? Is in Kaswa, is it? You know, land is expensive now. To get a land in East Legon now, you have to pay not less than $100,000.
In dollars.
So for an average Ghanaian, how many people have $100,000 lying around to go and buy land? So if you equate that to financial freedom, I think a lot of Ghanaians are not financially free.
So how about a car?
I don't think every car is even an indication of financial freedom. There's some cars that are liability.
But society had made it look like by 40 you should have been married, you should have kids, you should have a car, you should have a building you call yours, and you should have some properties. So
society is not in my pocket. You see, I think that's where the pressure that you're talking about, or we've been talking about, comes from. Like having social, and it's hard to also say you are going to live without thinking about what others are going to say. You're human, whether you like it or not. A few things will get to you, but that's why you have to have a vision for yourself.
Yes, you do have a lot of investments opportunities. Like you said, higher risk, higher reward. Right now, I don't know, but the youth of today, the moment I deposit 200 cedis into an investment account, I'm expecting it to grow by the next day.
Exactly.
You end up
hours.
checking. So my money will grow. That is always the expectation or the question. But the truth is, we have what we call compound interest. That they are supposed to just have patience and allow it to grow.
Please take your flags. Saying yes to a second date just because the person mentioned they do insurance.
What opportunity is this?
You're welcome back to the Young and Invested podcast, the podcast that dives deep into money matters, decisions, and adulting. I'm Pearl Lakai, and I'm your host. This podcast is proudly brought to you by Enterprise Trustees. Today, we are going to get uncomfortable with a topic that is real with each and every one of us. It talks about how expensive adulting can be, from bills to social pressure to whether you're buying a land or you're paying a bride price. Are we getting real with this topic? Yes, we are. I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with Ian Wedi, Akosia, and David. We are going to dive deep into what really matters as financial freedom to the average Ghanaian youth. You want to sit back, take a tea, and stay tuned with us. So I actually saw a TikTok ad that says that I actually wish that I would be a child rather than being an adult. At what age did you really realize that adulting is more than expenses? It's more about expenses, it's more about pressure. At what age did you actually really realize?
I think for me, it was really after national service. For me.
Tell us about it.
Because that's when my dad stopped giving me money.
After national service?
Yeah. Okay. I got a job after national service, and so my dad stopped giving me money. I didn't know how much it would, should I say, affect me, but I didn't consider how important it was when he used to give me money. I used to take money from my dad for everything. I took money for my nails, for my hair. Even when I wanted to go out, I would take money from him to go out. And then I started working, and everything was, you have your own money, so don't ask me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's when.
So that's when the pressure started.
It means you're not paying bills, right? Are you paying bills?
But you're still in your father's house.
You're still in your father's house.
Oh.
You're still living the soft life.
It depends on your definition of bills.
Let's see what Ian would say. So
for me,
yes. For you.
At what point did I feel like I was an adult?
Yes, like at what point did you feel like, yes, this is adulting phase that I am in?
So I feel like my whole life I've been an adult.
Really?
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm from a really good home. Not really good, but I'm from a good home. Dad pays the bills, mom takes care of us and all of that. But I've always, because I'm the first child, I've always felt like an adult. But I guess with regards to major financial responsibilities, probably uni.
Okay.
When I was in Kumasi, because I had to move away from home, and then I was in KNUST for a while. So I was there by myself, and my dad wanted to teach me how to be independent.
Okay.
So it was a major learning curve for me.
I see. So, what do you think as well, David? What stage?
I would say when I started living alone, that was after
When
uni.
you started living alone.
Yes, that's after uni. But wait, you said your dad wanted to teach you how to be independent.
Yeah.
But he was giving you money or no
Not
money?
really.
Wow.
Not really.
Well, mine was after school.
It's a different.
Yes.
It's a different ball game altogether. Tell us about it.
Oh, I just had to start living alone and now pay my bills from ECJ to water bill to bundle. Right now they've added phone calls to it. So like, yeah, bundle everything.
Everything.
Can I ask David a question?
Okay, ask him.
Don't ask me.
Wait, what made you move out? Was it like you were under some type of pressure to move out, or it was like a personal decision?
No, so I didn't move out, but rather they moved out. And
They
I was
moved
there
out.
alone.
Right,
You get
okay.
it?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So they
I
moved
see.
out and I was
So
there
back to what Akosia said. A question just came to mind. So who really pressures us to get rich in this Ghanaian setting? Is it society? Is it our romantic partners? Is it our friends? Like, where's the pressure coming from?
I think for society, they set standard. That's how it is. When you go on social media, you see what people are doing. So like, there's kind of a standard over there. But when you see your friends following that standard, then now you also feel like I need to follow. So society is setting the standard. Your friends are amplifying it. Then now it's all getting to you to do something.
I see. Akosia, is it a romantic partner who gives you that pressure to?
No, for a lady, it's not a
Yes,
romantic partner.
exactly.
Yeah, for
Okay.
guys,
I think for ladies,
Okay.
maybe occasionally when your partner is pushing you to be better,
To
but I
look
don't
like-
think that can be
yeah.
equated to the pressure we are talking about.
Okay.
If there's any pressure on me, then it's for myself. I want to be able to see something and know I can afford it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes,
okay.
personal development or personal satisfaction. Somebody cannot come and dictate to me how much I should have in my bank account.
Okay.
Just so you feel like I match a certain description that you have for me. If I want to be rich, I want to be rich for myself. I want to be able to see a bag or a pair of shoes somewhere and be able to afford it. And
So you think you don't really sit there to really think, hey, my friends are actually doing this. I can also do that. You don't have that kind of.
I don't think then that will be pressure. I think that will be more of motivation. If I'm seeing my friends do something, then maybe it can motivate me to be better and not necessarily pressure me into doing something, especially if I don't want to do it. So.
Okay. How does it look like for you two?
I think the dynamics are different. Like Akosia said, for women it could be society, but for a man who's a provider, which is the norm for Ghanaian men, I think our partners.
I see. So right now you talk about women, you talk about men. I want to dive into this question. So what is most important here? What makes you financial free here? Is it buying a land or paying for a bride price? As a young average Ghanaian.
buying a land, of course. Which bride price?
What makes you financially free?
Like as a young Ghanaian, you have your money, you have saved. There's some kind of emergency funds, everything settled for you.
Yeah.
What do you think that average Ghanaian can do? Is it buying a land or paying a bride price?
I mean, buying a land where? Is in Kaswa, is it? You know, land is expensive now. To get a land in East Legon now, you have to pay not less than $100,000.
In dollars.
So for an average Ghanaian, how many people have $100,000 lying around to go and buy land? So if you equate that to financial freedom, I think a lot of Ghanaians are not financially free.
Are not financially free because they are not able to afford. So how about a car? Because I see a number of guys. Let me say they are not married, but they can afford a car.
When it comes to this one, it's your personal goal that
personal goals. Okay, take me there.
Yeah, because someone's aim maybe would be to get a Benz. The moment I get a Benz, I feel accomplished. You get it? Someone's aim would be to build a house, someone to pay a bride price and marry the lady he loves.
Okay.
You get it? So, but I wouldn't say that is being financially free, but at least you've been able to tick that box or accomplish that goal that you set for yourself.
Okay.
So, but
sorry to cut you, but I don't think every car is even an indication of financial freedom. There's some cars that are liabilities.
Every car is a liability. Like every car is a liability.
Exactly. You buy, especially some particular brand of cars, you buy it and it's one problem after the other. If it's not the mechanic, then it's an electrician, or it's fuel. It's always something. So, like Ian said, equating land to financial freedom may be a little sketchy. I think it's the same thing. Equating a car to financial freedom is also sketchy. I think financial freedom is really having security when it comes to your finances. Knowing that you have money squared away somewhere, that when rainy days come, you'll be able to fall back on something. That is financial freedom. And I don't think it has a specific amount. Everybody is different. For me, it could be 100,000 CDs, but for David, it would be 1 million Ghana CDs.
David,
that is what will make him.
I can't see from his face.
Yeah, I think different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. So that's a great one there. So I'm a Ghanaian youth in between 20 to 30 years. Do you think that getting married hinders my financial freedom or it helps it? Ian, what do you think?
So it depends on your line of work. If you have a stable income, you have enough saved, then getting married shouldn't really hinder your financial freedom. So it doesn't guarantee you financial freedom, but with the right partner, you could get to a certain standard.
With the right partner?
Yeah, with the right partner. That one there is major key. You go and get the wrong woman as a man, it will take you like years back, and I don't know how you'll be able to recoup all of that. But if you get the right partner, definitely you attain financial freedom.
Exactly. Because getting married comes with a lot of responsibilities.
A lot. It does. For a man. Well, for a woman too, but financially for a man.
I think also when you are going to get into a commitment as like lifelong as marriage, a lot of uncomfortable conversations need to be had. Sometimes, you know, when you're in a relationship, there's this thing where women talk about they don't want to go 50-50. But marriage is different. So you're having conversations where you're talking about, okay, as the man, I will be taking care of the major bills in the house. Maybe I'll be paying for school fees, lights bills, utilities and stuff, rent. And maybe you as the lady, maybe your contribution will be towards groceries, a few of the other, for lack of a better word, cheaper costs around. This is me assuming that the man is making more money than the woman. But like basically, you're having conversations. What are we pushing our money into? What schools are our children going to go to? What do we think our priorities are? Do we think that going for a vacation once a year is feasible? Do you know, like, so you're having conversations like that. Sometimes in these kind of conversations, you realize that you and your partner are not on the same wavelength. The kind of things that they have as their priorities different from what you have. Sometimes you can easily solve it. Other times, you'd really have to take a step back, look at it, know whether finance, because I know that finances is one of the leading causes of divorce. Exactly. People are not having conversations with regards to finances before they get into marriages. And so these are conversations that need to be had. And if you're on the same wavelength, why not? If you're not, you can still, you know, come to a compromise, because I mean, that's what it's about.
That's true.
Then you think about it well enough before.
That's a good one there. In our setting on social media, we see that people are more into the wedding, the big day, the glamour, the sobi, the maid of honors, like the train, all about it, and they leave the conversation behind when it comes to finance, when it comes to our financial plan. So someone gets married. I know of a story where the lady actually wanted that kind of wedding. There was a pressure from the family, so the man went in for a loan. And after the wedding, after the D-Day, he actually lost his job. So I think what Akosia is saying is actually very, very important. Talking about financial decisions that you both will make. So doesn't mean that, okay, David has something to say.
One thing you have to notice, talking is different from doing.
Okay.
Do you understand? So because we can talk, but after I say I do, it's a different story. Do you get it? You know, it happens sometimes. So as an individual, you always have to have a plan B. That is how it is.
Hey David, what's plan B are you talking about?
Marriage. Take marriage. So what can be a
are you
plan
talking
B? Having a separate account that your wife doesn't know about?
Don't put it that way. Yes, you can have another account. That's
like
normal.
in marriage, like have a plan B when it comes to marriage.
That your wife doesn't know about that. That's already like.
Why are you coming for me? I never said your wife
doesn't know about
already.
Plan B is more like a divorce.
I don't think I agree.
No. Okay, I mean, Ian does not agree with you.
I mean, not a plan B, but obviously you don't love your partner more than you love yourself.
Right. Okay.
You know, what I feel the mistake most, and I like to use African men because I think the West, they don't approach life like that. So I think African men, we burden ourselves with, I have to do everything. I'm the man of the house. I have to do everything. But it's really a 50-50 relationship, not cash. And I don't mean cash, but the woman, it's a partnership. Marriage is like a partnership. If the women look at it as, well, it doesn't have to be 50-50. And when I say 50-50, I don't mean cash. Like there's so many factors that come to make a marriage whole. So when I say 50-50, the woman could contribute in so many ways. The man could also contribute in so many ways. But we like to look at things on this side of the world as, well, the man does everything financially. He takes care of this, he does this, he does this. And we overburden ourselves.
Okay.
So in that sense, you pour more into the woman and then you pour less into you. That's why David's plan would surface with the fact that have a backup plan. But if you shouldn't have a backup plan if you're pouring more into yourself than into the woman. Because remember, before you make the woman whole, you have to be whole yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So you don't need a backup plan. You just need to love yourself more.
I agree with what he's saying. Yes. So you need to, maybe I don't have the right word to use, but yes, you need to pour more into yourself than you are into your partner because you have to love yourself. Definitely, you have to, because like he said, men fall in love and Charlie, we are doing a whole lot of things, even borrowing to impress our partners and the rest. We need to seize that. Now look at ourselves, love ourselves more. Then, Charlie, no matter what happens, you still have yourself covered.
Okay. The real question here, I think you've answered much of it. Between 20s to 30s, we have young men getting married, and I think Ian has spoken about the fact that you need to have a stable income. You've also spoken about the fact that Akosi has spoken about the fact that you need to have financial conversations. They are very uncomfortable conversations that you have. Now let's get into this question. You know, we are in Accra. Most of us live in Accra, and we see a lot of young people come all the way from their hometowns. So from outside Accra, and they come to Accra to find a living. Is it possible to stay in your hometown and still be financially free? Or there is a need to make Accra, or I'm going to Accra for me to be financially free?
So I think it depends on your line of work. If you're an entertainer, what business do you have in Sogakope? You know, like what?
Hey, I mean, yes, Sogakope, we are sorry.
I mean, you're an entertainer. Entertainment is in Accra.
Okay.
It's like being in the US and saying you're an actor, but you've never been to Los Angeles. Like, that's the capital of acting.
Okay.
So I feel in Ghana, the capital of entertainment is Accra. So if you say your line of work is entertainment, then you have no business being in Boku or something. Like, come to Accra where your line of work flourishes.
Okay.
But if you're into farming, obviously, then you have other regions to explore. You know, Accra shouldn't really be your base. Accra should only be for consumerism. But if you're into production, then look outside Accra where the lands are more fertile.
So you advocate that a lot of young people relocate to Accra? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah,
depending on the line of work.
I think
depending on your line of work.
Exactly.
But if, let's say, your line of work, you're not supposed, you don't necessarily have to move to Accra, and you decide to still move. This is where the standards that society sets comes to play, because everyone is going to Accra. I also want to go to Accra, even though I don't really have any relative that I'm going to perch by or anything. I'm going to Accra to go and rent a space and pay more when I can stay in Kumasi and pay like 50% of that cost. You get it? So yeah.
Hey, Rana, Kumasi is not just 50%. Kumasi is just as expensive as Accra. So
well, yeah, some parts of Kumasi are really expensive. But let's get it real here. This is an average Ghanaian, or let me say a woman who comes from the north, comes to Accra and becomes a Kayayo. She doesn't even have a pivot on her life. She doesn't know what I need to do with my life or the career path I need to chase for my life. She goes with everything. What would you advocate for such a person like that?
I think with something like Kaya Ye, I feel like most of them don't relocate to Accra. Should I say willingly? I feel like they feel like that's their only hope. That's all that is left. That's the only choice that they have. Because I don't think if they had it easier for them where they were, they would move to Accra where they know they have to be carrying goods for people in the market and have nowhere to sleep. And everybody seems to think that Accra is somewhere that, whether you like it or not, there's a little bit of hope here. Even if you are coming to start from afresh or start afresh, there's some hope for you. Usually for people who are carrying stuff like Kaya is, there's very little hope for them where they are coming from. You realize that they are coming, sometimes most of them have children behind them, and there's a different level of poverty where they are coming from. And they feel like even if in one day they are able to get 15 CDs from carrying stuff on their head in the market, it might still be better than where they are coming from. So I think with everything, context matters. Some people are relocating just because maybe they have seen everybody relocate. Others are relocating because that is their only option. That aside, depending on your profession, networking, and most of it happens in Accra. It is in Accra that you meet headquarters for a lot of business and institutions. And so coming to Accra might be a good look for you if you want to go into a certain line of work. If you are into entertainment, we are not saying, or I don't think Ian meant to say you can stay in Sagakope and still make it. I mean, there's social media now. Be a musician.
Exactly. I love that part.
Or Instagram can blow your music. But then coming to Accra, there's a lot of record labels here. Aside the social media, there's traditional media here too that can, catapult you more into the fame that you're looking for. So like I'm saying, it's up to you to sit down, weigh your options, look at the profession you're into. Is it worth moving to Accra? If it's not, you can really make a difference where you are, honestly.
So people are outside Accra and they're actually making it.
Yes.
Because 100%. they have actually identified what they have to do with their career. That's great. Right. So there's a saying that life starts at 40. But we want to get into this question that is it realistic as an average Ghanaian to work and to be financially free and even retire at 40? Is it realistic?
Unless you're RNAQ.
He said average Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Let's pick that one.
I don't think unless you're RNAQ or you're I don't think it's possible.
That's a very
okay. Let me bring it down. Is it possible for a Ghanaian youth to be financially free by 40?
Once again, it's
it's possible. It is.
I think it depends on what financial freedom means. Financial freedom means I could travel at any point in time and not have to break my bank. I could afford any meal. I could take care of my family and not have to break my. That's financial freedom for me, especially the travel part, because I'm an avid traveler. But to someone, it may mean, Charlie, having 3 square meals a day and I'm good. I don't really have to stress.
But society had made it look like by 40 you should have been married, you should have kids, you should have a car, you should have a building you call yours, and you should have some properties. So
society is not in my pocket.
Akosia says society is not in your pocket.
To be honest, you see, I think that's where the pressure that you're talking about, or we've been talking about, comes from. Having social, and it's hard to also say you are going to live without thinking about what others are going to say. You're human, whether you like it or not. A few things will get to you, but that's why you have to have a vision for yourself. If I know that I have a vision for myself, I am not quite there yet, but this is where I want to go to. Society can be saying things. For all you know, like an example, I know that I want to have a house and a car by the age of 40. And maybe I'm 37. I haven't gotten any of that yet. People are saying that, so this person, what have you been doing this whole time? With
your life.
I know that I have given myself a promise, or I've told myself that when I'm 40, I'll get both at the same time. Everybody else doesn't know that. I know that. And so they can be saying what they like, but I know that I have a vision for myself.
Yeah.
The problem is when you don't have a vision. Like you're really just moving where the wind blows you, wherever you find yourself, you remain there, no sense of wanting to grow. Then now when people are saying things, you know it's true because really they are saying, you've been here this whole time, you've not been able to afford a car, and it's actually true. You have no plans to buy a car, you have no plans to move forward from where you are, then that's where society's pressure can actually get to you.
That's very so. If you don't have a plan for your life, society will actually plan for you.
Yeah.
So I want to get into the last question. Ian, you can talk about this. And is it that the schemes and investment solutions in Ghana are designed only for the rich people?
I don't think they're designed only for the rich people. I mean, there's treasury bills for as low as 100 Ghana cedis. You know, like
100 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can buy like a treasury bill for like 20 years with 100, and you probably would get like, well, I don't know the math, but 2 cedis every month. If it works for you, fine. You know. But so when you say investment opportunities are not available for the average Ghanaian, I don't think that's true.
Okay.
You know how they say higher risk, higher reward. Yeah, that's the only differentiation, or that's the only disparity between the upper echelon and then the regular folks. But it's always available. You just have to know what to invest in. Now there's forex, even there's so many things to invest in.
Exactly. Exactly. So
we do have a lot of investments opportunities are. Like he said, higher risk, higher reward. Right now, I don't know, but the youth of today, the moment I deposit 200 cedis into an investment account, I'm expecting it to grow by the next day.
Exactly.
You end up checking. So my money will grow. That is always the expectation or the question. But the truth is, we have what we call compound interest. That they are supposed to just have patience and allow it to grow. The whole point is you don't need to deposit like 20,000, 30,000 into an account. Do you get it? With as low as, is it 50, 100, 20, 30? Even with enterprise trustees, we do have a product like that. If you want to do a CD a day, we will still accept it. So we do have a lot of investment opportunities out there for everyone, not just only for the rich. And I think even the ones for everyone is even, I think we have a lot more of that than the ones for the rich.
Yeah.
Because you don't even hear about them. You get it? You hardly even hear about those ones. But the ones that 1 CD, 2 CD, 50, 100, and the rest, we have a lot of billboards around that you can still open an investment account. Then you start depositing some money inside.
Okay.
And I think that sometimes you could walk into your bank and have conversations with your, bank, the bank attendants or whoever is there, instead of like just depositing money into a savings account and leaving the money there. There's so many investment schemes that you can look out for, and you realize that maybe at first you were saving 200 cedis, and at the end of the year you were only getting 2,400 cedis. If you had invested that money instead of just saving it, you realize that they have interest on the monies that are being invested into a particular scheme. In my bank, I have something called EduSave, and it's not even much. So this is even in relation to the question you asked. I have two. One debits 1,000 cedis, and another debits 200 cedis. So really, if what you can afford is 1,000 cedis, you go for something like that. If what you can afford is 200 cedis or 100 cedis, it's an investment. So there's still interest accruing on that money every month. So by the time you're ready to go and withdraw that money, it's not the 200 cedis that was being debited, but it's something more. So these are things that you could also explore.
So we are saying that from the Kosiani Meko seller to even one who is earning so much, you can save as little as you can. And it doesn't have to be so much for you to start saving. This session has been very interesting. We want to move on to the next segment that is very, very interesting. I think you should stay glued to this, and it's going to be a game. So we have flags here. We have a red flag and a purple flag. So my guests, please take your flags. The red flag stands for a bad financial decision, and the purple flag stands for a smart financial decision? Okay. So we are going to get in here. I'm going to read out the questions. So after I read it out, they are going to raise one flag per their discretion, and they will tell us why. So let's get in here. Number 1, quitting your job without another one in line because your mental health said so. Hey, okay.
I think I would.
Are you in Ghana or you are in the West?
Yeah, that's
okay, we are bringing it down to the Ghanaian.
So you're in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
Quitting your job without having another in line because your mental health said so. Akosia had 2 flags.
Yeah, I do actually.
David, where is your flag?
It's actually red.
It's red.
Yeah,
okay.
It's red.
Akosia, why 2 flags?
Oh, why 2 flags? Red because of the context that it's a Ghanaian society, and even finding a job is very difficult. And so quitting a job without having another one lined up could be a little careless and irresponsible.
Over you.
Purple because if you allow your mental health to spiral out of control, it can be very difficult to, should I say, treat it or get back on track. It could even start with something as little as trying to get sleeping pills just so you can sleep better. There's some jobs that are very demanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes up your entire time, your entire mental. You have no time to rest, no time to have any other, extra life, social life.
Yeah.
And so your entire life is dedicated to that job. It can take a toll on your mental. And if you do not remove yourself from that situation, it can become bad. Another reason why my purple is up, both are up, is also your background. There are certain people who can afford to just drop their jobs because of the backgrounds they are coming from. I can drop my job and I might have my parents who will still,
she can afford. So
that's why I said context. It's not just me, but there are some
who can afford
on the background. There are people whose parents, their friends, family can show up for them. Others cannot afford to do something like that. And so that's why I have both my flags.
Okay, let's go to the next question and see how it goes. Keeping health insurance because you never fall sick.
Skipping or keeping?
Skipping health insurance.
Nah.
Because you never fall sick. Okay, so we have all of you.
Are you in Ghana?
Yes. So this is actually a Ghanaian setting you're talking about. No, why did you have to change your flags?
Ghana health insurance is a flaw. Remember how when they did the free Medicaid thing?
Okay.
What's the name? No, it wasn't free. What's the name? Free health.
Okay.
Where when you have a card.
NHIS.
Thank you. So I had I had a friend. She's older. She went to a private hospital, and then what they told her was they don't accept. You know the hospitals that don't accept NHIS card. So now imagine you're sick as an emergency. Now you have to find the hospital that accepts NHIS card. That's ridiculous. So if you notice, the average Ghanaian doesn't rely on NHIS. If you want good healthcare, you pay for it.
Yeah, but there are actually
private insurance.
Private insurances that we have.
What he meant was the government health.
The government health insurance. Okay.
So not the private ones.
Okay, let's get into the next. Saying yes to a second date just because the person mentioned they do insurance.
Saying yes to a second date
just because the person mentioned they do insurance.
What kind of opportunist is this? So you just want to tap into their knowledge, not because you like them.
Yeah.
Okay, red flag.
It might be two. I'm looking at 2 different scenarios.
Okay.
So apart from the knowledge, if you say they do insurance, I'm thinking the person has an insurance, a life insurance account, and the money is huge or something. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Okay. Some people also would like to date because if you have insurance, it would cover me or something.
Yeah,
but this is actually
so make it clear. Don't manipulate me. Don't come and lie to me. Make it clear.
Ian is very real, I beg. So we have this too. Joining a susu, that is a rotating savings group, instead of opening a bank savings account. This actually is really real with the Ghanaian youth. Where we have about 10 people. okay, I bring in this amount of money. The next month you bring in this amount of money.
I think
when someone goes bankrupt, then
this
you
one-
pay the person.
Yeah.
Okay, why is your flag
because I
purple?
think I've tried that before and it worked for me, so it will be purple.
Nah, that was your luck.
But why do you think?
I knew.
You
I think
surprised?
it was my friends from the
Okay.
office.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we knew each other. So it depends on who you are doing it with.
You know, now on social media, there are lots of these susu groups.
Yes.
And stuff. Most of the time, you don't even know these group of people from anywhere. Your money that is being sent to these susu groups, there's no legal binding anything.
Right.
If today I get up and I say you didn't send me anything, I didn't get your money, so I won't pay you, and then what happens?
Exactly.
That's
It's not legally there's no
right.
legal backing.
So
There's no
when
legal
it's
back-
social media is very.
I
but
think,
if you know
David,
them,
your
it's
level
fine.
of risk is very high. Your risk
normal.
appetite is very high. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Renewing a DSTV subscription when you are behind on electricity bills.
Of course, red flag.
It's football time, it's time for
Which
Premier League.
electricity would you use to watch them? If you don't have light, why would you watch the match?
Okay,
Thank you.
okay,
No,
you
but-
got me right there.
It's the Ghanaian context once again.
Yeah.
You could be behind on your electricity bills for months, and nobody would.
In Ghana?
Yes, unless the guys
Illegal.
are going round.
Okay.
And then
But now we
they
have
are
prepaid.
No, but it's a
doing
prepaid
their
meter,
Yeah, right
so
now
you
you
can't be
enforcement.
behind.
Okay, mine is postpaid.
Oh, you
That's
still
why
use postpaid?
Yeah, I use
Oh,
postpaid.
ECG. I hope you are listening. I hope you are listening.
I thought
I
they
use
changed.
postpaid.
But where do you live?
Lakeside.
Oh wow. I've
ECG.
never had postpaid
Lakeside.
meter in a long time.
Okay,
I use it
before
first.
ECG gets to know about this, let's move on to the next
Yeah.
question. So we have taking
Oh
an
wait,
Uber.
this example wasn't for me.
Okay.
I'm just saying that it's a thing.
Okay.
Where it's when they are going around to do their enforcement and
Yeah.
compliance that they realize that certain
I really
users have-
appreciate the fact that you're bringing it to our setting,
Yeah.
the average Ghanaian
Exactly,
setting,
yeah.
who even have illegal connections when it
Yeah,
comes
so
to
if they haven't
electricity.
come to cut my power, then I would watch my football. I'll pay for my DSTV.
I see. Okay, so let's get to the next question. Taking an Uber every day because the stress of church isn't worth it.
No, soft life matters.
You don't
I
like
agree.
soft
No,
life
to
like
be
that.
fair,
If you can
I am
afford
the
it, yes.
chief advocate for this thing. Daddy, I'm sorry, but my dad is always complaining that why are you always going to take an Uber, and I used to
The
take
mates will ask
Chocho
you.
when I used to take Chocho when I was doing my national service.
Okay.
And I did not appreciate it at all. And so I keep saying it to my dad that even if for a particular day I'm going to go without eating just so I can be comfortable, then I'll do that.
I see.
If
Yeah.
at the expense that I'm not going to be eating lunch that day because I'm using my money to take an Uber, it might not be practical, but that's what I would choose.
But
I
is
like
it practical
convenience. That's what
for-
I'm saying, that it might not be practical.
Yeah, okay. But is
Who
it
did
practical
hunger
for the
kill
average
anyway?
Ghanaian use? Do you think it's practical?
I don't think
it's
it's practical
not.
for the average
It's not.
Ghanaian
It
because
isn't.
you just started working.
It looks like my
Uber is
guests are
expensive.
really like soft life. Let's move on to
Uber
the
is
next.
So if you
expensive.
like soft life, please.
So let's
Over
move
you.
on to the next question. Spending over 300 cedis a month on delivery fees because you hate going to town.
I mean, that could.
It's not really
that
a
could
red.
make
Yeah,
sense.
it's not really a red.
How much is your salary?
Yeah.
It also depends on
Exactly.
how much you
How
make.
much I make.
Because you
Just-
lose more driving, to, especially traffic and all of that. You lose more taking Uber or taking Trotro to the place in and out. Than,
It looks
you
like
know?
it equates the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Jolly, I
It
don't think
depends.
Africans we
So
even
many
value our
things.
convenience.
How many are the deliveries?
Yeah.
Like how many deliveries? Is it just TV that is costing 300 CDs? Is there any other alternative?
Yeah.
How much are you making? There's so many things that can count. to
Okay,
that answer.
so let's wrap up with this last question.
Okay.
I think this one, Akusa would relate. Buying an expensive outfit for a wedding you don't even want to attend.
Bro.
No.
I don't want to attend.
You don't want to attend.
If I'm buying
Is it?
an expensive outfit, I'm buying it for my wardrobe and not because,
For a wedding.
and especially a wedding I don't want to attend.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
this is where we draw the curtains to this episode where we've spoken about the Ghanaian adults. Is it all about bills? Is it expensive? And I'm so glad that we have solid guests on this bill who have gotten to break down this topic into pieces and there are no filters at all. My name is Pearl Lakai, and this remains your favorite podcast, Young and Invested, proudly brought to you by Enterprise Trustees. If you're following us on YouTube, we want you to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. You can also follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook at Enterprise Trustees. Stay tuned for more updates as we come next time.